Elton,
Yeah, man.
another splendid episode from House of the Dragon. Season 3, episode 2. Like,
Yeah.
wonderful. Maybe because I'm Team Black, that's why I'm happy that the episode ended the way it did.
I had no problems because it was a marvelous episode. Everything went on perfectly for me. Yeah, like there are a few things that I might find wrong, but then the episode was very
It
great,
was
in my
great.
opinion.
I
Yeah.
mean, Rhaenyra in that episode was marvelous. The mixture of emotions she displayed,
Yeah.
one one time being sad, being heartbroken, and now being fierce, ready to go all
Come
out.
on, you can't say fierce. How can you describe it
No,
when
that is her
fierce?
being fierce. I
No,
mean,
no, no, no,
we
no.
all know her as the subtle, Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Listen, if you like refer to the Rhaenyra in that scenario, in that time, in that moment as fierce, then I don't know what you would regard her when she becomes broken or something. Because like the whole episode, like we have to understand that she was broken throughout the whole episode.
She was.
Even at the final episode where she had to display strength as the new queen, as the one who was about to ascend the Iron Throne, she didn't display any sort of like strength.
That is her being
That,
fierce.
that is one thing I'm going to attack
if
on
you
Rhaenyra.
if you know Rhaenyra, okay, you've watched her throughout this entire series, you should know that in that particular moment she showed a little bit of fierceness. Let me put yes, fierceness. Because come on, she's like the reserved, even though there are times that she commands people to go to battle, take places, and all that, but she never goes all out to fight for what is rightfully hers. And this is the first time she has actually decided to do that at a time that she was grieving the most. Even in times where she wasn't grieving, her children were alive, Jace was alive, and all that. She never opted to like go all out like she did in this particular episode. That is her exhibiting some form of strength she has never done before. And this is actually the first time. I get the fact that, I mean, even after she took over King's Landing and all that, she was still broken, crying. She couldn't actually do what she's expected to do, what she has to do to maintain control and all that, because she was broken, like you said. But then it's strength coming from Rhaenyra.
Like I would debate, like I would say that the kind of strength that Rhaenyra like had to display, like her fans, like the people who support her, have been waiting for this like for a long time. Because
Yeah,
first of all, like let's say
myself included.
at the beginning when Luke dies at the hand of Aemon Targaryen, here's the case where they make it as so that like Rhaenyra is about to, like flashback. She's about to do something. She's about to, make something, make for the fans to say yes. Even myself, who was on the side of the Greens, I was expecting
Yeah,
something more from Rhaenyra.
and she didn't
That
do
is one. Then you go forward and then like your crown is taken and everything, and then you are like, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. Okay. Then Viserys, your father dies, and then you hear that these things have happened, even though like that happened before. Like, I'm really mixing a little bit because first of all, like Viserys dies, and she
before.
hears that
Yeah.
Aegon has taken the crown. Then again, then Luke goes on to die. Like this is all something that is making you, try and lash back. Then you go on to let your people standing in front of you, talking back to you, and then your son himself locks you in your room and goes and die.
And he dies.
So like we are expecting you to, say something like enough is enough or something like that. But then you go on to, go and like it was up to Damon who had to convince you and had to like mention like that's one thing that made me really happy in that episode. Like the mention of, even though they didn't really mention it clearly, Daenerys Targaryen. You remember that scene where when they said something about
The
Daenerys?
dragon in the east.
Good.
Yes.
Damon was
It
saying that I
referenced-
saw a
yes.
lady in the
Do you know what I
desert
saw in Harrenhal?
and
lady
the
in the
dragons and her breast.
That was reference to Daenerys Targaryen.
Yes,
Yes,
all
the
of this
mother
makes me
dragons.
hit the ending of Game of Thrones more, because all of this is pointing out to the final battle in Game of Thrones, the battle with the Night King. But then, obviously, let's just not talk about that part. But here is the
Okay.
case where Daemon had to bring off Daenerys Targaryen, the lady in the desert, before you had to stand up to fight. And then, before we say that she was still strong and all, mind you that in that scene, she declared that the knight who Jace made him lock his own mother in the door,
Yeah.
he said that he should choose how she wants to die.
Yes, how he
So
wants
like
to
the
die.
moment he said that, you will be like, yes, Rhaenyra is about to do something great. She's about to like no mess. Have you seen that? That's how it was looking. Am I wrong? And then when people were telling her like, so you're going, I was like, I'm going with my Lord husband. Have you seen that? Like you saw the hype, right?
Yeah.
Then you go
But when
there,
she gets
you get
there,
there, and you're
and
broken.
then she's broken. Like,
Like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You know
yes,
where I'm coming
I get
from.
it.
She
Yeah, I
was
get
showing
it.
all these things. This is expected of her. And once you get there, you no longer know what
you
to do.
start acting broken, and
You are crying and
She-
everything. And
does
come
she
on.
think that when the Greens have the chance she had, they would have laid back like how she was
She's
and then holding back? I mean, come on, you are past that, should I say, stage where your childhood friendship with Alicent and then the Hightowers is already destroyed. Now, Alicent comes in with the offer to like call for peace because there is so much damage happening to both sides, and she wants something to calm the storms down. And she gives the opportunity. That is the time that you have to master the most strength and then show that indeed you are a true daughter of the dragon. Like, and then you get there, everything you are doing shows how broken you are. And then, I mean, if she hadn't done what she did, okay, that is taking off Otto's head, she would have been seen as a very weak queen right from the very first day she decided to take the Iron Throne,
Are you sure about that?
clearly.
Because,
Do
you
you
know,
think Otto or the Greens would have spared the chance of taking out someone like that?
like, this is the Game of Thrones, even though, like, I'm not talking about the series, the other series Game of Thrones, but then the game in the,
Yes,
in the,
Game
like, in
of
the
Thrones.
universe, the game. So this is where you get Otto Hightower, who is no longer a significant person in the green side because you go and find him locked in a cell. He is no longer a significant piece for the green side. So how do you tell yourself, let's kill him? Mind you, killing Otto didn't change a single thing for the green side because, mind you, let me say it again, Otto Hightower was in a prison cell doing absolutely nothing. That is in the show's perspective. Like, I'm not talking about the books. So in the show, Otto Hightower is in the prison doing nothing. So all the efforts that have been happening from recently was not by the hands of Otto. So if we get our hands on this kind of person, do you think killing him will change anything? Because let me tell you, the Rhaenyra killing Otto Hightower was based on her anger on him or anything. There was nothing like you're taking something huge from the green side or
Yes,
anything.
there
It
was
was
no peace taken
purely
off the board.
emotional backlash. So
But then Rhaenyra ought to have done that.
oh, I understand the
Clearly.
part. I understand that Otto had to die in
Yes,
the
he
eyes
had
of Rhaenyra, but a smart person, someone with Tywin Lannister's mentality, will say, wow, now that we have Otto is a very significant person, even though not on the side of the Greens, he is someone in Old Town, into the High Towers, because you know that the High Towers are still fighting. So you mean to kill Otto Hightower once you have him, not knowing
And
that
do you think he's still significant to Old Town as he was from
name
the
is
start?
everything in the Westeros. Name is everything. Like when it comes to these things,
Blood doesn't matter.
You see,
name is
in this kind of war situation, I don't know if you've encountered it, but then anytime they fight in Westeros and they capture nobles, they don't really care about the small folk. They just slaughter the small folk. But when they capture nobles, there is this traditional culture where you need to like keep the noble, like treat him or her as a noble, then let their family or their cause, like their people come and ransom for him or her. So like when it comes to these kind of things, it's very like practical. You have to like let them be
But do
ransomed.
you think, I don't want to cut short, but do you think if they had held Otto a prisoner, do you think they would have got something worthy to have exchanged him for?
I don't know, but the thing is that killing him didn't also do anything because
So
first
at
of
the
all,
end of the day,
no,
Rhaenyra got the chance to take out her anger
that
on
was just
Otto.
frustration.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you that
She did what she had
Keeping-
to do to feel good. But then what I hate about it was that after doing that also, she started like sorrowing. Like,
that was my whole point about her being weak in that episode. Even though it started with her, being from grass to grace and then came to, I don't know, like it was a huge contradiction because then she was sleeping, she didn't want to do anything again,
Yeah,
but then
she
Damon rose her up. I don't understand when she gets to that place, then she comes back down. And as I said before with Otto, him being held a prisoner wasn't supposed to change anything like that, but it was a possibility that it would have gotten something good because you have him. You can kill him at any time you want.
Yeah.
It's a piece that you can use. because killing him was just to vent frustrations. Because Otto Hightower basically is one of the key figures who started the war. Even though I said
Yes.
before that the war started because of Viserys' marriage with Alicent the moment it started. Yeah, like if we start talking about Viserys and all, like how it will last long. So let's just start from afresh. I don't know if you've
So
consumed a lot of time here.
from the onset, Reina, right?
Yes, Reina.
She doesn't want to own up to what she did.
You know, like that's why the people who are saying that she was not guilty, she was innocent, comes because if she knew that what she has done was like she can, say that she can explain herself. Why does she have to run? Because she's the daughter of Daemon, so
But then
she's
also,
going away.
do you know the only person who saw her ride the dragon was Jace?
Yes,
Because Baylor didn't see.
yes, it was
And
Jace.
Jace, the only person who saw her, is no more.
Good.
So maybe she feels like she had done something so grave she can't return.
Oh nah, because like this is also going to create fear in the Blacks heart because right now they know that the Greens have a new dragon and all,
They
but
thought
then
Ship Stealer
yes,
had a rider who was
Yes.
a green or something.
yes, but then here's the case where you can also get them to train your dragon for you because they have this order. Even though in the previous seasons the order who trains the dragons who like take care of the dragons told them that they will have nothing to do with the dragons because Rhaenyra was bringing the small folk to come and ride a dragon. I don't know if it was just that particular part or if they've just left all of that.
But then also, do you think now they know Ship Stealer was the one who caused the death of Jason and the many of the Valerian fleet? If Rhaena comes back to Dragonstone riding, do you think they would receive her happily?
Oh, you'll be angry, but then you can't kill her too, because she's valuable. She's a dragon rider. So instead of killing her or punishing her, you can just unleash her on your enemies. Because the only disadvantage with having a Ship Stealer is that she just beating everyone. She has no cause. Cause yes, as I said before, Ship Stealer is fresh to this war. She's been away from humans for a long time. So as time goes on, she will know how to adapt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now moving from there, we come to Aemon leaving King's Landing to Harrenhal, right?
Yeah.
And then when he gets there, it's bloody chaos.
You're talking about Aemon, eh?
Yes, Aemon.
Oh, Aemon. That was a bit disappointed because like the whole thing went from like Aemon doing
is like
stuff
a
and then
fierce
oh come on.
knight. Like he's not an easy person to take out or go down.
Oh nah,
He's been in battles which were far more, should I say, dangerous than this feat that he did. He was just attacking a defenseless castle.
They were not even like heavily armed.
No, they weren't.
I believe that they were even
And then
using kitchen
Vega
knives.
took out most of the potential people who could have, given him a little bit of, should I say, a fight. And then he took out the rest of them with ease, like easily.
Like the episode, even so I said it was a great episode. It had a fair amount of flaws.
And then just a stab from Chicken Man.
And also, like, is it Simon Strong? Like, you hear a dragon bell in your castle, and you are still choosing to eat with your children. Like, come on, bro. Like, he didn't really care. I think he was just done with the Targaryens because when Daemon came, he just surrendered. So when he assumed that he can do the same with Aemon, he didn't know that man was more
the madman.
Same. Yeah, and also it's Alice. Is it Alice? Like, I don't know, the lady who is like a witch. People refer to as a witch.
The one Daemon thinks she had bewitched.
No, I'm talking about the one at Harrenhal.
Harrenhal. Yeah,
the one who was referred to as a witch.
Yeah, she's the witch.
Yes, she's a witch or something. So like, have you seen like we've now seen what she really wants? She wants Harrenhal.
Yeah, she wants Harrenhal.
And also, I don't know how she got the 40,000 plus soldiers to fight for Daemon, but then she did. And also, like, this also tells you that her ambition is not just like she doesn't really care about the sides. She wants Harrenhal.
She just wants Harrenhal.
Which makes me believe that yes, Aemon is still alive. She's going to save Aemon because
and maybe she'll get Harrenhal in it. So she saves the lives of a prince.
Good.
How do I offer my thanks? Because I'm not related to the Strongs.
Good. And also, Daemon made it clear that he can't give Harrenhal to someone like her.
With no noble blood, with no noble to marry and all that. Yeah.
So she might also.
That is actually going to make her turn against the Blacks.
I don't think that she ever had a side. She just was fighting, like she was just doing her part to the chance that he got, like,
She
because
got something.
if Amon came first, I believe she should have done the same with Amon. She might have helped Amon to also secure some soldiers or people who would be loyal. But then Damon came first and she saw an opportunity and she took it. But then here's the case where she might not get what she wants from Damon, and here's the case where Amon has come and she might get what she wants from Amon. Yeah, it was a
That's so
spectacular scene. That was very, because Amon too, I was disappointed how she fell, but then well,
I was
you know-
shocked as well, because 1 minute you are fighting and then you decide to take a step and then you are falling apart.
Oh, come on.
I mean, yeah.
also my
so-
goat Egon the second, also like he and Laris, like they are like a comedy studio, and like anytime they come on screen I'm laughing because like everything, the way they are acting, like fighting and like just a toxic duo, and then he's going back to how's the name? He's going back to the place where they once fought,
Yeah.
where he got injured, and like I believe that he's going to encounter Sunfire, his dragon,
His dragon.
because that's where Sunfire got injured.
Yes.
So he might encounter Sunfire, or maybe Sunfire will come to him or something. But here's the case where the good Aegon Targaryen is about to come to the field and also play his part. Because
But
yes,
do you think, as it is now, do you think he has so much to deliver again?
oh yeah, like the fact that he has his pride is enough to tell you that yes. Because here's the case where he has also lost everything. Like even though not everything, like he has lost everything. He has lost his firstborn son. He has literally lost his throne. He has abandoned his throne. He has left his throne, his wife. And he didn't do this because he wanted to. Like he was convinced that yes, because if you stay there, you're going to be killed. You'll be killed. Yes, that's the fact. So
Yeah.
he has lost everything and he is still standing. That's the difference between Rhaenyra and Aegon.
Aegon.
Because even after Rhaenyra got everything, like still, she was still like, but then Aegon is still standing on his feet, even with nothing. And imagine when he gets something, bro is
But
about to
maybe-
unleash hell.
I feel like Rhaenyra is a mother, and maybe she's the sacrifice Alicent made, okay, to let her get the Iron Throne for herself. She doesn't want to, should I say, unleash everything on the Greens, because one, it was through Alicent's, should I say, deal that one way or the other secured her the throne. And she's a mother. She understands how Alicent will feel, even though there is a war and then people have died. She's lost her children of her own and all that. I feel like that's why I feel like we'll make Rhaenyra be a little bit laid back and not taking too many like harsh decisions and all that. But then one other person I also want us to talk about is Queen Helena, Aegon's wife. The decision she made to agree to Alicent to surrender so that Daemon and the Rhaenyra could fly safely into King's Landing and take the throne. Do you think it was a good thing she did?
Like, she's literally like, she's not really doing anything like in the show.
But then bear in mind, she's a mother.
She's a mother, but then
That's
here's
what
the case.
most
Like,
mothers will do for the sake of the children.
she didn't really do it for the sake of her children. Like, Alicent is the one who is pushing her to do it. If she did it because she said, okay, I want peace, I want this, and she did it, I would have understood your point. But here's the case. She didn't really want anything to do with the war. So they really reduced Helena to nothing. She's a queen, like, but then she also is the rider of Dreamfire, a huge dragon, but she's doing nothing.
Does she even ride the dragon?
She's doing nothing in the show, and here's the case when Alicent is the one who has to tell you to do this and this. And another thing about Alicent's choice and all, like, it was BS for me. And for both sides, because you, Alicent, first of all, you didn't have any plan. You didn't have any plan. Like, the moment you just gave up the throne, you didn't have any plan to leave the palace, leave the city. Here's the moment when now that you've given up the throne, you are still struggling to leave. You couldn't even gather yourself at least 50 strong men who be loyal to you and who will get you out safely. And the moment you throw the crown away, you let them lay down their weapons. Then you are struggling, you don't know where to pass, and then you are captured by the Gold Cloak. And another thing that was really
quite
disturbing.
foolish on her
Another
part.
thing that was very disturbing was the Gold Cloak turning sides. You remember that Alicent is the one who went to the Gold Cloak to tell them what is that guy's name? To tell that commander that,
They
like,
should lay down their arms and
Yes.
all. He was resistant from the onset. Do you get it? And then she was like, the king has left the throne. The prince regent is no longer here. So in the absence of these people, who is the next in command? That is Queen Helena. That means they have to listen to what the queen says.
that was not that was to the soldiers at the war.
Yes, at the
But
wall.
then I'm talking about the gold cloaks. So the commander was Saluto.
Yeah.
So that's where one of my major problems lie, because Saluto, when Alicent Hightower told Saluto that, like, Rhaenyra and Daemon are coming to all their dragons, so stand down. Do not stand down, like, do not do anything, like, let them come. And Saluto said that for some people might say this as treason. So, like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Saluto was like on the side of the Greens at that moment, because he was like, we laying down our weapons, we standing down would be treason.
Yeah.
But here's the case where then Daemon and Rhaenyra then comes, and they come to the room, and then when you go close come, immediately you are telling Daemon that we remember you. You see how you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like he wants the credit for himself. Either he wants the credit for himself, or it's just a bad writing. Because Alicent is the one who made them stand down. If even like Saluto was someone who would have done whatever he wanted anyway, the fact that when Alicent told him that, he was like, this is treason or something, and then Alicent's what Alicent said is what made him do what he did. I don't know if Saluto would have done anything, but then after helping Daemon, after getting to Daemon, then they are saying that we remember Daemon, our true commander, and we were the true queen of the. Come on, that was a huge one, just because you didn't really stand with Daemon. And another thing that I also hate is how, like, the whole plan of, you tell me the plan of Daemon and Rhaenyra taking the kingdom. You tell me their plan.
A two-man mission.
Explain.
It was also like
It was dumb.
foolish.
It was dumb.
Because just the two of you,
come on.
and they I don't know, maybe they did not consider the fact that even though the guards at the wall have laid down their arms, there are people inside the Red Keep, okay, who are, like, should I say, sworn loyalists of the Greens. You have no idea how many of them are there.
Alicent really did a bad job, because if you want to lay down your weapons, you gather every soldier and tell them this, because some people died knowing that other people are also fighting. That didn't make any sense.
And then Daemon too, I don't know, maybe he saw himself too strong. You enter
that was dumb. Like, they've made Daemon too huge. But the thing is, like,
he's old though.
And the thing is that,
like,
20 good soldiers, if immediately they entered and locked the gate, they would have killed them.
Yes.
And when they got there, and then the gold cloak came to them without them knowing that the gold cloak were on the side, Daemon was like, stay close. What the heck are you going to do? Stay
with
close.
all these people.
What do you mean stay close? I mean, they want to die together.
Down
like Bonnie and Clyde, they want to die in a glorious way.
It would have been a foolish
it was a foolish encounter, like, because if you want to secure something, even if you trusted Alicent, you go with at least some 100 soldiers or something. You don't go alone on Alicent's word.
The only precaution they took was
Oof and
yes.
Once you die,
guard, because they are just there to scout if any other dragons are approaching. But you've entered King's Landing, and then there are soldiers on the grounds there.
It was dumb. If the council were smart.
Do you remember when when Daemon was coming to the city, how he used the back tunnels, and then he gathered the gold clocks that were loyal to him. See how they came in.
Yes.
Maybe they should have thought of a similar plan like that, and infiltrated the city in that way. But this one, you enter right from the entrance, you walk in like the whole place is yours alone, and then there's no one to guard.
Who they attack us in our own house?
In our own house, bro. It's no longer your house.
Like, it didn't make any sense, because you were there, and if the council were smart, they would have just hired about 50 archers or crossbow, like people who use crossbow, and they would there. The moment you enter, and they kill you all. And you know that. And the thing is that Oof and that guy Hugh, immediately you fail, they would have turned to the other side. They would have gone. They would have turned cloak. They would have gone to the other side, because they want their. The reason why they came to you was because they are starving, because they are struggling. So the moment you fall, either they will try and, like, gain power themselves, or they'll just go over to that side. Because the moment the war ends soon, like, the moment they will get the benefits.
Yep.
So the whole plan was done, because it went from them just going, and then it's based on luck, the gold cloak came to their side.
Came to their aid.
If they made, as you say, if they made arrangements ahead of time and told them that we are coming, do this and do that, that would have been a spectacular entry. But then here's the case where you didn't know what you were doing, and then you came, and then we never even drew her sword, and I was like, come on.
What the F was she trying to do?
Her sword was not even, there was not even a single blood on her sword. She even used Daemon's sword to even cut Otto's head. So her sword was as clean as a newborn baby. Like, no, her newborn baby is not clean. But then here's the case where she had this, like, he came with this vigor. She's going to do something. She did nothing. Daemon was doing everything. And if Rhaenyra really chooses that lady, over Damon, like I'll be very, very
I'll be
disappointed.
disappointed as
Even though
well.
I'm on the green side, I'm
I'll be
expecting
disappointed
something
as
great
well.
from the Blacks as
Yeah.
well.
But then I feel like this is just a start of something great for Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
We are now about to see more of her and then more action. So far, the episode was quite a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We are
Let's just put forward
Yes.
like with these are some of the first. Larry's also the one who was the one who put Otto in the prisons.
prison.
That guy really playing the game because
Yes, he is.
because he believed that maybe he will be spared.
He's
Once-
just like this guy in
Varys.
in Game of Thrones.
Varys, the
yes.
spider.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
Yes, and as I said before, this is Rhaenyra's arc in this episode was different from Aegon, how he is still determined to take what is his. He is
But you
still
don't think Rhaenyra is determined? She's determined.
Oh bro,
But
even without let me tell you what, without Damon like using the Valerian tongue to tell him and telling her to stand up, Rhaenyra will still be sleeping as of today. Will you agree with that?
No, I'm not agreeing.
Rhaenyra just fell down.
She needed some form of encouragement, and then Daemon was there to give it to her. I mean, that's what the king consort is supposed to do. So yeah, it's good. Do you have any more comments to pass on that?
Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah.
And then also, now that Rhaena has sought asylum somewhere else, okay, do you think, okay, that her seeking asylum there is the best decision for her?
No. That's a
These
simple
people
no.
don't even like you in the first place. And the only reason why they agreed on terms to house you there is because you came and say you've always wanted a dragon, and now
She didn't
here
even
is
agree to
one.
her staying. She's like,
Yes,
the veil is vast.
Vast.
You can stay wherever you want. So she hadn't like officially consented with her staying there. But then we can't just force you out.
Yes.
And imagine using someone like you putting someone like Shiftila on your CV, saying that you're a dragon rider. If you are going to the recruiter and you say, okay, so I'm a dragon rider of which dragon do you ride? Shift Stealer. Maybe you are disqualified. Shiftila is a gangster. She's a road. She's on the streets. She's someone who shoots like this. she doesn't know a side. He doesn't have any loyalty. So you have to now train her like him or something.
Yeah, I get
Yeah. So yeah, that's another point. And also like Jasper, like I don't know if the name is Jasper. The whole scene of that lord trying to like assault Alicent didn't make any sense.
Yes, it was
just-
foolish of him.
It's not even there.
What did he even sought
They are
to
just
achieve?
they are just throwing these scenes at us because it didn't make any sense. Because first of all, yeah, you are going to the queen's room to assault her in the middle of the day or something like.
And you thought nothing. If
They are
with her shouting and all-
just trying to dismantle the Greens and make people know that the Greens are the bad, the evil people. Because, mind you, this kind of man who is like he's the master of laws, so
Yes.
he's intelligent.
He knows
Even
the
if he
laws.
wants to do something stupid, will he do it like
Will
that?
he do something
Won't he
as stupid
even
as this?
won't he even having some soldiers watching his back? So the whole thing didn't make any sense.
And then
They're
when
trying
they
to-
come and grab him away, he's now shouting, "I'm the master of laws." Blah, blah,
it didn't
blah,
make
blah,
any
blah.
sense. His whole plan didn't make any sense. They are just trying to like put Alicent to the ground to make her feel like she just caused all this. Now she's paying for her crime. It didn't make any sense. Like come on, cause they are just throwing scenes at us. Because mind you, I think that's one of the reasons why they made that scene was to make his death more appealing. Because they just want us to have more reasons to hit him.
Yeah.
That's why they placed that sense. Because at the end of the day, because Demon didn't even know what he did. He just killed him. So they just wanted us to know why he has to die. So they just brought that scene, us to know that he's hateful, so that when Damon kills him, we like. It was just it didn't make any sense for me personally. They are just
But
showing
every
the
death
things.
counts. Every death counts.
Oh,
every
yeah.
death against the Greens counts for the Blacks. So yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, good.
I'm trying to look at something. And also, yeah, another important scene is the end of the episode 2. Because here is the situation where Alicent has now seen her father. Because Alicent had no idea
Yeah,
that her
that-
father
that-
was in the prison.
Yes.
So now that he has seen her father for the first time in like months or even a year or something, Rhaenyra has just had him killed.
But do you think she knows it was Rhaenyra who took him down? No, she just when she
doesn't
came,
matter. She
Rhaenyra
has come to see
already
that-
sat on the throne, and then the lifeless body of Otto was
Yes.
there.
So here's the case where Alicent, the whole reason for Alicent doing this is to avoid bloodshed. You remember? Alicent wants to avoid bloodshed, even though I despise her for that because it
But
didn't
then
make any sense.
I'm sure she knows that no matter how much she tries to avoid bloodshed, there's still going to be some amount of bloodshed.
Of course,
I mean,
her own motivation was her family.
Yes.
to keep her family from the bloodshed anymore because you know that Sujes might still die, but she wants to secure her family. She's even willing to even abandon Aegon. But here's the case where her own father, like there's still going to be some connection with her father.
Yeah.
So she seeing Rhaenyra on the throne, her father's lifeless body there is going to create another form of, like hatred with her and a whole new arc of hatred, like with between the two again, because I don't know, she might feel regretful, like because she's the one who brought
coming along
Rhaenyra
with the
in,
plan
and now she brought Rhaenyra in. Rhaenyra has now killed her father, who she hasn't seen for a long time. She didn't even have the chance to, see her to talk for her for one last time. She just killed her.
Taken out.
Yeah, so the episode was fantastic for the blacks and for me as well. So yeah, it was very great. They did a lot of things that I thought was flawed, but then yeah,
It was a good episode. So how will you rate the episode?
Oh yeah, I'll give it an 8.5.
Yeah, worth deserving.
Yes, it was very great. Yeah.
So that's it for House of the Dragon season 3, episode 2. Catch you guys on the next one.